Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I wanted to wish you a wonderful day. Wish you a wonderful Easter weekend. It's the end of Passover. And so it is really a new beginning. We've been carrying this cross of matter for a very long time. Now we need to move into the pillar of light. It's really the portal of resurrection, the portal of transfiguration. We need to make peace with our past. It is very essential to stay positive and forgiven, and to continue to utilize the violet flame, the violet fire, to transmute all those things that are untrue, that are illusion within us. And letting go of the past is because it's over, whether it was positive or negative, it's all over. Life is a blank canvas. We can recreate a new life right now, and it's really the opportunity that is given. The more we progress, the more we see, we feel, we know the need to connect to the source, to unify our crystal heart, to unify the love in our heart with the energy of the source, and that will increase, it will happen. We're going to continue to move forward with that. There is all kinds of activated codes within our DNA, the codes of freedom. So continue to cultivate your highest vision, your highest dream. Protect that vision. You don't have to, the world may not understand it, but you have this inner, you came to realize a certain dreams. And so you have to believe it, even if nobody does believe. Believe in yourself, trust in yourself, and come back to meditate at still point, at the 0 point often, and to always go back to this pillar of light, to let go of the cross of matter on the vertical, on the horizontal axis, and move into, stop the pendulum of duality, move into the 0 point. Do that regularly. For the separation was very exciting, with all this separation that was created in the universe, because there's so much joy in finding each other, in meeting each other again. We are exploring the oneness of the Creator, but there is so much fun in the exploration and in the universe. But the universe is we are far more than just the universe. The universe is, we don't see much. We see with the Hubble telescope and so on. We see this. The universe is pure poetry. It's an artistry beyond our mind, and it's bigger than anything we can ever imagine. And yet we are more than that. Even we are connected to that. And what we see in our telescope is only the surface. There is great depth and life within all things. And we'll come to ascend, to achieve a connection to higher planes, and we'll be able to explore that universe in a more in a very real way very soon. We're gonna find this point of freedom. For we all have this, we have to believe what seems to be impossible in 3D. For if we do not believe, some people will wait to see, to accept it, but you have to believe in order to see a lot of things of the invisible. So a lot of things that seems impossible in 3D, in this physical realm, you have to expand the peripheral barrier of what is acceptable to believe, because it is, as Shakespeare said, there's far more in the universe than all of our dreams and philosophy. In Hamlet, it says to Horatio. Because we all have those parts, there's parts of ourselves that we came down from a much higher planes, from galactic planes, from celestial planes, from cosmic planes, and we still have those parts of ourselves. We just need to reconnect to that, and that's why it will be very familiar when we reconnect to those ships and cosmic energies and planes. And for the pain and the sorrow we have experienced is actually the point that our soul has chosen for as a ground to find the ascension and the freedom and the joy. So it has to be accepted and released as much as possible to find that point of freedom, yet not to blame ourselves for being where we are or where we've been, to let go of judgment and continue to use the violet fire. For in the past, the solution was in the past. We've already been, if we tune into our intuition, we've already been revealed elements of a solution. So it's better to go to solutions than to dwell in the problems. For Einstein says we cannot solve a problem with the same mind that with the problem was created. We need a different approach. And so right now we have where we are now is courage. Continue to be courageous, to have no fear, to overcome fear. And the future will be optimism. There's a great deal of optimism that will be returning with all these plans. It's very close we're moving very close to a final resolution. Where we're working on now is temperance, not to go into extreme, to allow the lighter part of ourselves to remain light, not to be heavy on ourselves. And the outcome of that work will be the triumph of the light, that will be triumphant, to be free, to be joyful, to be For we are getting ready for this great solar flash. There's going to be a liberation, revelation, and so on. But this great solar flash, for it will affect mostly the ascending community. But the ascending community has to be ready. It's so intense, so powerful. A lot of people would die if they're not ready. It's too powerful. For the light of God is very, very different than this so-called light that we see with our physical eyes. It is important to stay emotionally detached and to stay emotionally detached from the drama and the illusions and continue to continue to cultivate the tools of ascension. Is remembering from past lives where we already had those tools, connect to the crystals. The crystals, most of the future technology will be based on crystal energy. And really stay on the up and up and understand we're all getting ready for a final resolution. We're not gonna be going backwards after that. And for now, so we have to be, the only thing we have to be is to be ourselves, to be yourself, to be your true self, no matter what happened for we have to be responsible for our frequency. This is what we're learning, to be responsible for our thoughts, to our words, for action, to be responsible, to be empowered, to be sovereign of our own self. And so we go through the process to slowly but surely to continue to elevate our consciousness. For things will become easier. It's going to be a great deal of magic and abundance, but as we regain those connections, we reintegrate through the vertical pillar of light. We reintegrate this divine light, and freedom will soon come. We have to learn to live here and now. To be at all point, eventually we'll fuse into this consciousness. We'll be at all point in time and space, and for everybody has to have their own questions, and it's like your questions, and you have the answers. You have for it's not somebody else's answer. There is no right or wrong. It's like you have your question, the answers. So just be curious, continue to explore. But keep the conclusion open-ended, because there's always higher conclusion, always higher truth to be discovered. And so we want to stop the fight and flow, yet we want to stand our ground in relationship to all the darkness that can be proposed, not to compromise ourselves with lower energies. For the universe is huge, it's really so big, and it's pure divine poetry, it's pure creation. There is so much that we'll come to discover. Imagine yourself in this bubble of light, in this bubble of transcendental supreme creator light. Envision yourself fulfilled, and imagine that God is in all the 10 directions around you, so that there is no more darkness can penetrate that. When I mean the 10 directions, north, south, east, west, within, without, above, below, in the past and the future. So it's like there is no place where you do not see God and the divine light around you. Just continue to cultivate this abandonment of all illusions and return to the divine light, the divine source. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you, for we're getting ready for this portal of transformation, this portal of resurrection, this transfiguration of energies. Just stay flexible always, for now. There's two songs that went through my mind. The first one talks about how wonderful the world is. It's a matter of looking at it through the eyes of love and to let go of everything else. It goes like this. I see trees of green, red roses too. I seen them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright blessed days, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people walking by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They've learned much more than I'll never know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. So to fill the world with love and joy, and so they will counter. That's very, very essential, very important. We're much more powerful when we're in a state of joy and release. So I'm going to pull a few cards to conclude this and sing a last song, and then we'll put one card from the archangels. For the observer is the time of departure, and this departure is coming. For the highest wisdom is the respect of the rule, to understand the law of one, to understand how the life works, to be aligned, to respect the way things work, and to follow whatever highest understanding you have. What we need to understand is the unfinished symphony. What are those things within ourselves that still needs completion? And those are the things we need to work on. Increase our strengths, diminish our weaknesses, to correct our mistakes as much as possible. What we need to do is not for you. It is understanding that those things that are not being presented for us right now are not for us. There is something so much better that is coming. So just the acceptance of life. And the outcome is the crossroads. There are certain roads that are going to cross, and it's going to be a turning point. We're going to change it's going to change the road. So once in order to complete this unfinished symphonies, to find out a little bit more, it is the yin. Allow things to come naturally. When it is the time, there is no need for resistance, there is no need for force, there is no need for all kinds of duality. It all happens and unfolds naturally. And then what we need to do is to jump into the seas, to go back to source, to take a quantum leap, to go for it, to try things out. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. Thank you for listening, for liking, for sharing, for commenting, for subscribing, for your donations as well. If you want a private session, a private reading, I'll do a few more of those. Send me an email, thank you. And so it is a great weekend for transfiguration, to let go of this cross of matter and move into the pillar of light, to allow the transformation to happen, to allow your spirit self to emerge from within and to take the direction that is fully integrated and self-empowered. We're moving towards that. And so the song I'm going to sing to finish this message is called the Redemption Song. So I invite you to sing along. It goes like this. Oh, pirate, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant ships. Minute before they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I've ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energies, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I've ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energies, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I've ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs. And songs from Bob Marley, of course, great prophet, very inspired peacemaker. Blessed are the peacemaker, they shall inherit the world. For it is not, we have this Christ energy that wants to emerge, but it's not easy. So I was watching an old movie, The King of Kings. It's an old Hollywood movie, for there's a lot of things about the life of Christ. And the actor was like, he looked the look, he talked the talk, but he didn't have the depths within him. For he wasn't much all the time. It's not a critic. So we want to have this depths of connection, and this inner Christ needs to emerge. For us, it is really the opportunity to call on the Christ for assistance. He's a wonderful, wonderful friend and a blessed presence. He will transform you. Let him transform you. For the card of the day is the Empress, the Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel is the Archangel of Ascension. It is the one who revealed the Quran to Jibril, to Mahomet. It is the beautiful Archangel of Ascension. It is time to manifest your project. Your creativity has been rewarded, luxury and abundance. So very focus on your highest dream. It is time to manifest the dreams. And the dreams will manifest without efforts. When it is the time, things will unfold naturally. So I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Prepare yourself for this new life, these new energies. And I shall return soon. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Namaste, beloved.